So this UK rapper just pleaded guilty to fraud by false representation when he was working as an administrator at a COVID-19 vaccine center in Stratford, and they say that he falsified over 1,000 fake COVID vaccine records. And I'm sorry, guys, actually, let me just move that. Sorry, I let my light get in the way. But we got to give Chino some flowers, man. His music is cold before we get into this.
Come up by
Myself, I was buying, I was selling it. Ring, ring, they were belling me. Now I'm balling like I'm Bellingham. He was definitely balling like he was Bellingham. A trio of NHS workers who made over £400,000 selling fake COVID vaccination records have been jailed for 10 years. 2 of them were sentenced to 4 years. 1 of them was sentenced to 10 years. They falsified records for over 800 people at the COVID clinic to allow them to escape government lockdown rules and to travel aboard Suffolk Crown Court heard. The prosecutor said they ultimately make profits at the expense of the wider public at a time of national crisis. Now, I think that they would have been charged with money laundering, or they will get, I mean, maybe they didn't launder the money through the banking system if they're smart about it, or they would get hit with a Proceeds of Crime Act after this, you know, because I wonder how they got this figure. And then I just thought about it, like all the prosecutors, all the police would have had to do is call up every single person or a few people and ask them, why are you on this register? How did you get onto this register? And bro, come on, out of 800 people, nearly everyone, the police is calling, people are going to be scared, they're going to be like, yo, I paid this account, I paid this person, paid that person. And they were able to track this down. They were able to track it back to these 3 and charge these guys with conspiracy to commit fraud by false representation. And it says they faked over 1,600 records relating to 847 individuals. This is because you did need to be like triple jabbed, double jabbed. You know, when I took my mum to Paris and we went into a place, and I haven't got the vaccine. I didn't take the vaccine, guys. And the reason why I didn't end up going ahead with this, because I could have easily got the vaccine passport, is because of my beliefs. I just thought, why can't people work and travel if they've not been vaccinated? You know, and obviously I know people lost loved ones to COVID during the pandemic. Hospitals were a mess. I'm sorry for you guys' losses, of course, because I've dealt with losses, you know, family member losses. It's not nice, you know, it's not nice. And they're resting in peace. They're resting in paradise. And this is a vlog from, when was this vlog from? This is a vlog from 3 years ago, probably 4 years ago now. Damn, my vlog used to pop off. This is what I had to say about it back then.
Spain, you need to have the vaccine. And if you know me, you know I'm not fucking getting that shit. I'm never.
Yeah, man, I was very strongly against it at the time, simply because as well, when I took my mum France, we wanted to go in the restaurant, they refused us entry because we didn't have proof that, you know, we'd been triple jabbed. That's when I thought, nah, this is just about control. This is ridiculous. But enough propaganda from me. It's not surprising that they pleaded guilty, because you plead guilty, you get a third off your sentence. And if they do decide to charge you with fraud, they've got you. They've got you, because fraud is so hard to prove. And yeah, it's just long. If you want to fight it when you know they've got you, you're just going to waste a lot of money. And then also when you're on trial, it's like, well, where do you get this money from? How did you? It doesn't really make sense. Islam had access to the National Immunization Vaccine System, NIVS. He sold his confidential login details to Mr. Ahmed for £1,000. Islam began his work as a Band 3 administrator and clerical band worker for the vaccine project in June 2021. And around this time, anyone could get jobs, bro. Anyone could get jobs. Because I was traveling so much, when I'd come back, I'd always get phone calls. I started putting a fake number because I did it like for the first 10 times. And I just started putting a fake phone number in because I'd get phone calls from people there who were sounding, you know what I mean? Just not serious people working from home, calling me saying, are you self-isolating? Are you at home? And I'll joke with them. I'll just say, no, I'm not. I remember this specific moment where this girl called us up. She's like us, bro. She's like us. I'm just taking the piss. We're joking. I'm like, I'm not at home. I'm with my boys. Like, what we doing here? You know what I mean? Bouncer, you need to send me one of them hats. Bouncer, send me one of them hats, bro. Send me one of them hats. But here's the thing. One thing about me, guys, is I always firmly say, I've always said this for years, okay? Do not mess with the government, okay? Do not mess with the government. And when things seem so freaking easy, it seems so freaking simple. When it seems so easy and simple, and you're like, hold on a second, one sec. Sorry about that, guys. When things seem super easy, you need to be extra wary. It's like all these people who got themselves put on this vaccine register, fraudulently, they could all be charged with fraud by false representation. Every time you presented that COVID vaccine certificate, you were committing fraud by false representation. And here it says every single vaccine record associated with his login was false. Every single one. It's too easy, bro. You think they're not going to end up looking into this, bro? He began his work like the way this country is. They're employing people to catch you out, bro. There's people whose jobs it is to try and they're going to find it, bro. He began his work in the NHS at a time of crisis when anyone could get a job very easily. He obtained wide access. He sold wider access for £1,000. He never created any true or honest vaccination. So you used your login. Your login probably gave you access to be able to do vaccine entries, but you didn't even enter any real ones, you know? So it's like your position, it's like, why are you doing vaccine entries, bro? It's going to raise red flags. And in the other article, it says that they were reported to Action Fraud, and Action Fraud ended up investigating this. Once the entries were submitted, the NHS COVID app showed people were fully vaccinated. That would enable them to travel, attend venues, apply for work, that had restrictions in place, and that was wrong. You know, I don't agree with that. This was done between August 17th and December 13th, 2021. You conspired, this is mad. You conspired to hack the NHS system to create false COVID vaccination records. You did so to make a financial gain for yourselves. They're saying you conspired to hack a government computer system. Like, do you understand? People don't really understand like the gravity of things. I'm not saying these, man, but I'm saying in general, the gravity of these things, how that's going to sound in court. And this is another reason why you don't take fraud cases to court, because they're going to make that sound crazy. Really and truly, it's just someone had an NHS login. He let other man use the login. How they've tied it together, I don't know, whatever the links were. Obviously, they've called up everybody who was on there. Maybe there's this, that. Who knows, bro? But that like you trying to convince a jury that that's not the case when you've got the prosecutors, you've got whoever's trying the case saying, yo, these guys hacked into a government system. We've got evidence of this, messages of that. You're going to plead guilty, bro. You're going to plead guilty. The evidence indicates that this conspiracy involved more people than just you three. Yeah, well, no shit, Sherlock. And in the rest of the article, it just says these are serious offenses. It says, yup, it was COVID, man, and 19. You did this, you did that. It was bad. Whatever could have happened, this, that. And I will just say this, bro. Look at all the government contracts that were given fraudulently, bro. Billions given fraudulently. However many billion was given for PPE equipment that was defunct, that was given like over 400 million contracts. 400 million pounds in contracts were given to companies that were incorporated less than 100 days ago, when we knew the pandemic before they put in restrictions, given to government friends. I want that fraud investigated. And on top of that, with the BBL loans, with the bounce back loans, a lot of people thought it was easy. I mean, people who overinflated their company numbers to get more money, a lot of people are being, convicted of that, found guilty of that, taken to court for that. But for the people who thought it was just free money, you need to remember, bro, this is meant to be your company. You're taking out this loan. It seems like free money at the time. You use the money for something that's not to do with the business, so you have to pay that loan back. Because if you try and declare insolvency, or you try and liquidate the company, and you try to go to an accountancy firm to liquidate the company, oh well, where was this money spent in the company? Did you use this money in the company to stop yourself from going bankrupt? Why are you declaring? And you can't do that because you're going to be convicted of fraud. I would like to know more, though. I would like to know more because I'd like to know more of the details, because here in January 2025, this guy pleaded guilty to creating over a thousand fake COVID vaccination records on his last day. Like, this is not, when things are too easy, it doesn't make sense, bro. When it's too easy, a red flag, alarm bell's not going off. Oh, when a Forex scammer comes up to you, not going to say Forex scammer, but a Forex guru. Oh, just join our trading group. You're going to be a millionaire in 2 years. Sounds too good to be true. Oh, I'm just gonna enter all these vaccine records on my last day and nothing's gonna happen. There's gonna be no consequences. There's always consequences to the actions, bro. And this guy, luckily he avoided jail. Because I personally don't see anything wrong in what these guys were doing. Should they have been able to make money off of a crisis like this? I mean, a lot of us made money during the pandemic with the crisis. I mean, if it weren't for the pandemic, you maybe wouldn't have been seeing me on social media right now, because during the pandemic, because I was bored, I said, yo, let me document the things I'm doing. Let me this, that. And that's what got us to this point here today. On his final shift, he entered over 1,000 fake vaccination records, selling the vaccine passports to paying customers. And he got a 2-year suspended sentence, I believe. And I think he only got a 2-year suspended sentence because he wasn't the one collecting the funds, or maybe they weren't able to link it to him. I don't know. But the realities of pleading guilty, getting convicted of fraud is, bro, the realities of it are you could have your life screwed up. Like, you could end up getting hit with a POCA. You could end up getting an order, which for this type of fraud. I mean, I don't think they're not going to give him an order for this, bro. But you'll get an order where for 5 years you're not able to use a mobile phone that accesses the internet, and that is something that a lot of people have had to suffer with, bro. And when you're suffering with that, if you end up getting caught doing anything using the internet or anything like that, even when your license conditions are over, you can get put back in jail for that. You know, it's not a joke thing, it's serious, and these things do have repercussions. But free Chino. We're going to end the video by saying free Chino, free all of the other people he was associated with, bro. During the pandemic, a lot of people were doing what they needed to do to get the bag. And, bro, I don't think you deserve to get sentenced to 4 years for that, bro. I don't think you deserve to get sentenced to 4 years for that. And I hope that, and this, you lot might criticize me for saying this, bro, but I hope that that money's stashed, that money's good, and you guys get to enjoy it. And I hope you guys don't get hit with the poker. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to link in the description the Click It Gaming channel. We are going to post our first FIFA video. After I record this, I'm going to record my first FIFA video. We're going to get that posted. Going to get that on the channel. We're coming with the gaming content. FIFA 26 has just come out. We're going to get active. Make sure to do it. Click It Gaming, due to be the next big gaming channel. Check it out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace and love to every single one of you guys watching. And we're going to talk about the digital ID maybe later. Maybe tomorrow we'll get that video out.